Alright, so today we're looking at a pedal that is a little bit different from the other ones that I've been doing demos of. It is the Joyo Preamp House. This is a pedal that houses a bunch of different preamp models that you can run into your rig, either like into an interface, into a front of a house or something, or just into your rig and just use it as a preamplifier and get different tones, different characters out of your overall rig. It features 9 different models. First one is the Fender Twin Reverb, then there's a Marshall JCM 900, there's the AC30, Mesa Boogie Lone Star, Mesa Boogie Dual Rectifier, the EVH 5153, the EGE 645, which is probably an Engl, the ORTH 200 would be like an Orange 80-200 Thunderverb, something like that. Then there's the Friedman BE-100. So there's a plethora of different preamps here that you can choose from. There's a clean channel and a driven channel, so you can switch between them. And this thing takes pedals really well, so you can actually put like a distortion or overdrive before this and make it sing. It does have cabinet simulation built in. You can choose to either have it just coming out of this XLR output, or if you switch it here, from both the jack out and the XLR out, or put the switch in the middle and have no cabinet simulation, and you just run whatever you have on your pedal board or in your interface or whatever. So that's pretty cool. So the lovely people over at Joyo asked me if I wanted to demo some of their stuff, and I said yes, I would love to try out the preamp house along with other stuff, which I will demo in another video. They sent this over to me. They're not paying me other than just the product, so I get to keep it, but all thoughts and opinions are mine. So with that said, let's check out the Joyo Preamp House. Okay, so here we have the preamp house. I have it hooked up to my Quad Cortex with a preset that has nothing but an IR block for the cab sound, and then just like a little bit of room reverb to make it sound a little bit nicer. This is what I normally use for pedal demos, so normally I would have something like this, and you'd hear an amplifier in the Quad Cortex, which this is. I'm going to turn that off, and then you'll just hear the DI guitar. And then we start off with the preamp house. So normally, if you press both buttons, you bypass the whole device. If you press A or B, you will engage that channel. Let's start off with the clean tone of preset 1, the Fender Twin Reverb. And this is just the DI guitar. An interesting thing about this pedal is when you switch to a drive channel, no matter which amplifier you have, they all seem to have a lot of gain. What I'll do here, I'm going to go from the clean to the drive and then turn down the gain so you can see. And then you can see that the light is blinking, which means I have adjusted the settings. So if I press and hold, it saves. I'm pretty sure a lot of people could work with just this alone, these two like gain modes, and then like add a pedal to get like the lead tone. So with this said, I'm going to go through all of the different models, and along the way I'll be making minor tweaks just to like level out the sound. I'll be going between the clean and the dirty, and then when I'm finished doing that, I'm going to add the distortion pedal and see how the pedal reacts, or how the preamps react to a distortion pedal going into it. So next up is the UK 900, which surely would be a Marshall JCM 900. So here's a decent clean tone. Let's go for something, you know, like that. That was the low gain setting of the drive channel. So if I turn up the gain maybe like halfway, you can hear that there's a lot of gain here. Then we have the UK30, which surely will be an AC30. Let's go for the clean sound first. gain channel, lower the gain because these amps are generally not high gain. Next up, MBLS, which I would assume is a Mesa Boogie Lone Star, something like that. Clean channel. The gain. Next up, the MB Dual, which would be the Mesa Boogie Dual Rectifier, clean channel. Low gain. They're not known for low gain, they're known for higher gain. Next one is the EVH3, which would probably be the 5153, something like that. Clean channel. Distortion. Let's put some more gain. If you like what you hear, please consider using my affiliate link down below. That's where you can buy this pedal and other stuff, anything that you want from Thomann, and I will get a little bit of cash back, which I will put back into my videos and keep making videos that I hope you guys like. So thanks for that. EG E645 would probably be something like the Engl, can't remember the name, but there's an Engl there. So this would be the clean of that one. Low gain. ORTH200 would be the orange Thunderverb 200 or something like that, or 80-200. I can't remember. Clean sound. Overdrive. Last one, FN BE-100, which would surely be the Friedman BE-100 Marshall-esque amplifier. Clean. Overdrive. Okay, what I have noticed with these pedals is that the way it seems to work, I don't have confirmation on this, I haven't looked at the way it's built on the inside, but I assume this is how this pedal works. You have 9 different preamps that you can choose from, and you have a master volume, which will be the master volume of the pedal. The black controls are the ones that affect the tone of the model. What you do is you have channel A and channel B, the clean channel and the gain channel. The clean channel, wherever you set that to EQ wise and you save it, that is what will be saved. Same with the B, so they will be separate. So the EQ of A and the EQ of B will be separate. However, what does happen is when you switch between the preamps, the EQ setting and the gain setting of A and B carries on between each preset. I'm going to go through preamp 1 to 9 with the gain setting and and not going to change anything except for the preamp model. So you can hear how big of a difference there is between them. And I'm not going to max out the gain because some of these amplifiers have never had high gain options at all. So I want to go in the middle, which is still fairly high gain, but it's just to demonstrate the difference of character and response. And I'm just gonna quickly jump through each pedal. So I'll go for the first one, and then you can see on the screen when I turn from each preamp to the next one. So this is the first one. So here you could quickly hear the difference between each of the preamps, as there is a vast difference in response and tone and gain and everything between each of them. So I thought when I was playing them earlier, the difference wasn't that much because I was kind of like accustomed to one tone, then moving to the other one, adjusting it. But like switching quickly like that, I could hear the difference between them, and it is a huge difference. So you can definitely use this as a preamp, you know, like into something if you want to like expand and be more flexible, or if you just kind of want to integrate it into your pedal board or something. So what I want to do now is set like a medium gain on like a couple of preamps. I don't want to try all of them, and then just set this Joyo Bats into a tube screamer that is like pushing the input. So the gain will be like minimal and the volume will be all the way up and the tone somewhere in the middle. I want to start off with the JCM 900, which is like a classic Marshall amplifier that you can push and get like a nice tone out of it. That sounds like this. Pedals really well actually, and I'm pushing the preamp of this pedal quite well. Let's try the dual rectifier, so the 5th preset. Let's go for the 5150, the EVH probably 5153, something like that, and see what that sounds like when you push it. I've turned up the gain a little bit to give it a much more higher gain tone. Last one, I want to push the Friedman BE-100 and see what that sounds like. what I have established is that each preamp sounds pretty great. It takes pedals really well as well, so you can have 2 pedal setup and you can get a lot of tones out of that. Add like a reverb to it and you're pretty well set. There's one thing I want to check. I'm going to disable the IR block on my Quad Cortex and then go for the one that is built in, because the pedal has a built-in IR. In my opinion, it doesn't sound anywhere as good as the one that I'm using, but that's just, I just have a preference that I prefer. Maybe you do like it. So let's see if I go for something like, you know, the dual rec. Like a little bit of a lower gain tone. This is the IR tone from my Quad Cortex. If I switch that off, it will sound like this. Not nice. And okay, if I switch this top switch here to the right, that means you will get the cab sim right out of the pedal. So now I'm only using the Joyo Preamp House and nothing else. And that sounds like this. And compared to my IR, right, so in conclusion, I think the Joyo Preamp House is a really cool, it's a small pedal that offers you a lot of different tones which you can easily switch into anything that you want. You can use it on its own to just get like a quick and dirty setup. It has the jack out, it also has an XLR out. You can ground lift it. There's even a effects loop that you can put, you know, reverb and delay and stuff into the pedal, and then just get like, it's like having a real amplifier kind of, but in a pedal form without the power amp. It's just you know, you can plug it into a PA system and into a mixer. You can even plug it into your DAW without the cab sim, and then just add your IR afterwards, and you've got a pretty versatile distortion house of a pedal. In the end, would I recommend this? Yeah, definitely. If you're looking for something like this, like a very compact distortion house pedal, this does a lot of the things that you might need. For the price, it's not that expensive. It's Joyo, it's really well built. Definitely recommended. I want to thank Joyo once again for sending this out to me to try it out. With that said, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting, and all that stuff. And I will see you in another video.